Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into 20 incredible, powerful Stoic tales that will leave you speechless. These tales of wisdom and resilience from both ancient and modern times will inspire you to look at life with a fresh perspective. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about money. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, was one of the wealthiest men in Rome. Despite his immense wealth, Seneca believed in living simply. Once, he spent a month living like a pauper to remind himself that happiness doesn't come from luxury, but from within. This practice of voluntary discomfort kept him grounded and prepared for any of life's uncertainties. Modern Stoic, James Stockdale, a Navy pilot and prisoner of war, found strength in the philosophy during his captivity. He shared his rations with fellow prisoners, embodying the Stoic principle of generosity. Even in dire circumstances, he showed that gratitude and giving can uplift not only oneself, but also those around you. Relationships are complex, but Stoicism offers profound insights. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, taught that we can't control others, only our responses to them. There's a touching story about Epictetus forgiving his abusive master, demonstrating that forgiveness is a powerful act of inner freedom, not weakness. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, faced personal tragedy with the loss of several children. Instead of succumbing to despair, he practiced acceptance. He wrote in his Meditations about the impermanence of life and the importance of cherishing each moment. His resilience teaches us that even in the face of loss, we can find strength and meaning. Integrity is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Take Cato the Younger, who lived in ancient Rome. Known for his unwavering moral compass, Cato once refused a bribe that could have made him wealthy beyond measure. He chose honesty and virtue over material gain, leaving a legacy of steadfast integrity. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, drew inspiration from Stoicism. In the concentration camps, he found meaning through suffering, echoing Epictetus's teachings that we can control our mindset, even in the worst conditions. Frankl's story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Balance is key. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, emphasized living in harmony with nature. He advocated for a balanced life, free from excess and deficiency. This principle is as relevant today as it was in ancient Greece, reminding us to find moderation in all things. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." To illustrate this, there's a story of modern Stoic, Tim Ferriss, who practices fear setting. By writing down his fears and the worst possible outcomes, he diminishes their power over him. This exercise helps him, and can help us, face fears head-on. Admiral James Stockdale, mentioned earlier, also exemplified purpose and duty. During his imprisonment, he used Stoic principles to keep morale high among fellow prisoners, showing that a sense of duty and higher purpose can sustain us through the darkest times. Patience is a virtue. Cleanthes, the second head of the Stoic school, was known for his patience and endurance. Originally a water carrier, he attended Stoic lectures at night. His dedication paid off, and he eventually became a respected philosopher. Cleanthes' story reminds us that perseverance in the face of hardship leads to growth. Diogenes, though not a Stoic, influenced Stoic thought with his emphasis on simplicity. Living in a barrel, he owned nothing but his cloak and a bowl. When he saw a boy drinking from his hands, he discarded his bowl, realizing he needed even less. This radical simplicity teaches us contentment with what we have. Agrippinus, a Roman senator known for his moral integrity, was often at odds with the political corruption of his time. When faced with exile by Nero, he calmly accepted his fate, viewing it as an opportunity to practice Stoic virtues. He famously said, "I did not intend to be the last to do my duty, nor the first to betray it." Arrian, a Roman historian and philosopher, was a devoted student of Epictetus. He transcribed Epictetus's teachings into the famous Discourses and Enchiridion, ensuring the preservation of Stoic wisdom. Despite his high rank in the Roman army, Arrian lived a life of simplicity and self-discipline, embodying the teachings of his mentor. Athenodorus, an advisor to Augustus Caesar, applied Stoic principles in his council, advocating for moderation and justice. He famously instructed Augustus to repeat, "Remember you are not a god," whenever he felt anger, reminding him to stay humble and rational. Athenodorus's wisdom and calm presence were instrumental in guiding Augustus through turbulent political times. Lucius Annaeus Cornutus, a Stoic philosopher and literary critic, taught the famous satirist Persius and other influential figures. Cornutus was exiled by Nero for his outspoken criticisms of the emperor's excesses, yet he accepted his fate with Stoic equanimity. In exile, he continued to write and teach about Stoicism, demonstrating resilience and an unwavering commitment to truth and virtue. Hecato, of Rhodes, a student of Panaetius, focused on practical ethics and how to live a virtuous life. He wrote extensively on the application of Stoic principles in everyday situations, emphasizing continuous self-improvement and personal virtue. Hecato's teachings on managing desires and fears provided practical guidance for people seeking to live ethically and with purpose. Junius Rusticus, a Roman statesman and Stoic philosopher, was a mentor to Marcus Aurelius. He profoundly influenced the young emperor, teaching him about Stoic ethics and the importance of rational thought. Rusticus's teachings are evident in Aurelius's Meditations, which reflect the wisdom and calmness imparted by his mentor. Rusticus's guidance helped shape one of the most respected philosopher kings in history. Sextus of Chaeronea, a Stoic philosopher and teacher of the young emperor Marcus Aurelius, was known for his gentle and kind demeanor. Despite living in turbulent times, Sextus maintained his composure and dedication to teaching. He imparted Stoic wisdom with patience and compassion, nurturing a generation of thinkers who valued inner peace and rationality. Hieronymus of Rhodes, a reluctant leader of the Stoic school, focused on the psychology of emotions. He taught that understanding and managing one's emotions were crucial to living a virtuous life. Despite personal challenges and a preference for a private life, Hieronymus became a significant figure in the dissemination of Stoic thought, advocating for the importance of emotional resilience and self-awareness. Finally, let's talk about joy. Epictetus taught that true joy comes from living in the present moment. There's a modern story of a man who, after surviving a heart attack, chose to appreciate every day as a gift. His newfound joy in simple moments reflects Epictetus's wisdom that happiness is found in presence, not possessions. These stories show that Stoicism isn't just ancient wisdom. It's a timeless guide for a resilient, meaningful life. If these stories moved you, subscribe and join our community of modern Stoics. Share this video with friends and leave a comment about which story inspired you the most. Until next time, remember to stay grounded and live virtuously.